What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those that don't know me, hi, my name is Miguel and I'm showing y'all my journey on building a $100,000 passive income portfolio from complete scratch. And sorry I have not been as busy the last couple of weeks here on YouTube. I have been putting a lot of focus making 3 videos a day over on TikTok. I'm going to start cutting back more on TikTok so I can start posting more here on YouTube because that is going to be my main focus from now on. Still going to post on TikTok, just not as much. But anyways, we're going over all of the passive income that I got for the month of June 2022. We have a total of 14 dividend payments to get into. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on the video because it does help out the growth of my channel tremendously. And lastly, comment how much money your portfolio made last month. And let's roll the intro. Now, as always, we're going to go over the portfolio value and the buys that I did do this week. Or should I say over the last 2 weeks because I haven't posted a YouTube video in about 7 days. So we'll do 2 weeks worth right now. But anyways, as we can see on the day, my portfolio is currently sitting at $15,699.53. Up overall on the day about $57 or about 0.37%. On the week, we are currently up $23 or about 0.15%. On the month, we are currently up $662.37 or about 4.4%. On the 3 months, we are currently down $1,529.45 or about 8%. On the year, we are actually down again $257 or about 1%. And then on the all-time, we are positive $1,200 or about 8%. Not such a bad return. As we can see on the last 3 months, I am down tremendously. Just 3 months ago in April, we were at an all-time high, and then we almost dipped all the way back down to an all-time zero. But that's okay because we have recovered since then, and now is the perfect time to be buying stocks. Which, speaking of, let's hop into my buys for this week. Actually, the last 2 weeks, like I said, the last 2 weeks. I actually bought the same 2 stocks over the past 2 weeks, the first one being Chase Bank. I bought them 2 separate times. The first time was for $53.59 worth, which ultimately gave me 0.64 shares. And the second time I bought $64.62 worth, which ultimately gave me 0.56 shares. So I got about a whole entire share in the last 2 weeks of Chase Bank. I think they are just dipping really low right now and I want to get in while it's hot. Or at least while I think they're undervalued right now. The finance sector of my portfolio was really low. I do just want to keep chipping away at it week after week. The next stock that I bought 2 weeks in a row was Target. The first purchase was for $53.40, which gave me 0.37 shares. The second purchase was for $64.50, which ultimately gave me 0.43 shares. So almost an entire share of Target right there in the last 2 weeks. If you guys don't know, I'm down like 20% with Target. I was consistently buying them all the way to the top and now they dropped tremendously. But I'm not worried at all because I know they definitely will recover. It is just a matter of time and I have the opportunity to bring down my average cost and get a lot more dividends for a cheaper price. Now hopping into the 14 dividend payments that I got for the month of June 2022, with the first one being Ford. At the time I had 14.05 shares and they were paying 10 cents per share, giving me $1.41. If you guys remember my video last November where I went over why I sold NIO, I wanted to explain that Ford's electric motor lineup is going to be way better and way more beneficial than NIO. And it turns out to be true because NIO is doing really bad. The last time that I checked, if I would have kept my position, I would have been out like $500. So I definitely made the right choice switching over to Ford because NIO didn't even pay a dividend. And now I'm getting this consistent dividend every single quarter. And I know that Ford is going to have a bright future ahead of them. The next dividend payment that I got was from Johnson & Johnson. At the time I had 2.72 shares and they were paying $1.13 per share, giving me $3.08. With Johnson & Johnson, I have a really low position in them. Towards the end of the year, I want to sell all of my Takeda Pharmaceuticals for Johnson & Johnson. And I think I want to have solely Johnson & Johnson and AbbVie in my portfolio, even though I have not opened a position in AbbVie just yet. But for the time being, I am just going to continue to dollar cost average into Johnson & Johnson. I do believe in them long term and they're a huge healthcare giant. The next dividend payment that I got was from Microsoft. At the time, I had 4.01 shares and they were paying 62 cents per share, giving me $2.49. What can I say? It's Microsoft. They're an amazing tech giant and they are on a huge discount right now. I'm going to continue to buy more Microsoft as much as I possibly can over the next couple of months because, like I emphasize all the time on my TikTok, it is rare when these blue chip dividend stocks go on sale like this. Going to the next dividend payment that I got was from AG&C. At the time, I had 14.53 shares. I am not increasing my position in this anytime soon, but they were paying 12 cents per share, and that ultimately gave me $1.74. AG&C is one of the highest paying dividend stocks that I have in my portfolio, around 12%. And I have let them dwindle down on my portfolio really low, less than 1% I think now. And that's just because I am negative on them, but I am getting a monthly dividend consistently, as we can see. And I think for the price, it's pretty fair. And maybe when they pick back up, I break even, sell out of my position. Because I do think I have other high-paying dividend stocks that are much more valuable, and I actually want to put my money into those other high-paying dividend stocks. The next dividend payment that I got was from Target. We just talked about them. I am buying so much Target, as much as I possibly can. At the time, I had 5.1 shares and they're paying 90 cents per share, giving me $4.59. At that time, I only had 5 shares, but now I almost have 8 shares. I am aggressively buying Target. I have an opportunity to bring down my average cost like I talked about earlier. And I just think now is the time, especially for me, because I am down so bad right now on Target. But it is just a matter of time before they go back to their fair value price, and I will definitely reap the rewards and be way lower with my average cost. The next dividend payment that I got was from Realty Income. This is my favorite REIT that I have in my entire portfolio. At the time, I had 14 shares, and they were paying about 24 cents per share, giving me $3.46. I opened up a huge position in Realty Income when I first started investing into the stock market, about $1,000. And the beautiful thing is I have not increased my position. I've had this 14 shares for the past year and a half, and they have increased their dividend as well. I used to get around $2.50 when I first opened this position, and now I'm getting around $3.46. An amazing REIT and an amazing dividend stock all the way around. The next dividend payment that I got was from Pembina. This energy sector stock is probably my favorite, and it has given me the best returns so far, although they are withholding a dividend. Let's get into it. As we can see, I had 10 shares at the time, and they were paying 13 cents per share, but they're withholding about 25 cents overall, which ultimately gave me $1.38. With Pembina, I know they're withholding dividends right now. I'd rather them be safe than sorry, because they're probably using it for other resources to make their stock and their company better. I have faith in Pembina that are going to reinstate those 24 cents. Ultimately, it will be worth it. The next dividend payment that I got was from Main Street Capital. At the time, I had 10 shares, and they're paying 21 cents per share, giving me $2.15. Main Street Capital is the other finance sector stock in my portfolio. I've gotten a great return from them so far. I cannot complain. They consistently pay this dividend out to me. I am positive. That's pretty much it. I want Chase Bank and Main Street Capital, as we can see, to be the main finance sector stocks in my portfolio. The next dividend payment that I got was from Prospect Capital. This is the other highest paying dividend stock in my portfolio. At the time, I had 26.37 shares, and they're paying about 6 cents per share, giving me $1.58. Prospect Capital, just along with AG&C, does not make up a lot of my portfolio. And even though I am positive on Prospect Capital, it is hard to buy more because my dollar cost average is so low right now that if I were to buy more shares of Prospect Capital, it would really mess up my dollar cost average. But they pay me this beautiful dividend out every single month consistently, and I've gotten a great return so far. And the last two dividend payments that I got in my Robinhood portfolio were from my ETFs. The first one being SPHD. At the time, I had 14.46 shares, and they're paying 14 cents per share, giving me $2.05. I love SPHD. I'm going to continue to hold on to SPHD, even though they are going to dwindle down in my portfolio a lot. I just like to practice what I preach. I always tell y'all that you can build your own ETFs without paying those expense ratios, although I really want to have them in my Roth IRA, but in the long run, it just doesn't make sense to have them. At this point, I'm just keeping them for sentimental value, but they're going to continue to pay me this $2.05 every single month. The next one was from PEY. At the time, I had 10.94 shares, and they're paying roughly 6 cents per share, giving me that 73 cents. With PEY, at the end of the year, I'm going to sell and actually put the rest into SPHD. Just consolidate that ETF section a little bit more. Nothing against PEY or ETFs in general. Like I said, I just want to practice what I preach and continue to build my own ETF in my own way. Not have to pay that expense ratio, ultimately continue to build my portfolio, create that snowball effect. And although a 0.6 or 0.3% PE ratio does not sound like much, that definitely adds up over time. The last two dividend payments that I got are in my aggressive dividend portfolio, which is over on Public. As we can see, my aggressive high-paying dividend stocks that are QYLD and JEPI paid me $2.53 and $2.20. As we can see, just looking at the past dividend payments, I am aggressively growing in this portfolio. I only have about $600 in this portfolio, yet they have surpassed a lot of my dividend stocks that I get on a monthly basis. The more I invest into this portfolio, the more comfortable I feel with high-paying dividend stocks, especially with JEPI. I know QYLD a lot of people have gripes with, but JEPI is continually going up steady over time, and they pay this high dividend out every single month. So I'm going to continue to dollar cost average into both of these high-paying dividend stocks and just watch this side portfolio grow over time along with my Robinhood portfolio. This brings my entire monthly income for the month of June 2021 to $30.18, which when you compare it to June of 2021, we have just about doubled our monthly income year to date. This is great news, and I am on the right track to doubling my portfolio every single year. The running total for 2022 so far is $230.57. Not too bad. I am super excited to continue to watch this grow over time, and we are only halfway through 2022. We have a couple of big months ahead of us. We might just break triple digits when it comes to passive income. If not by the end of this year, definitely next year. But it is a beautiful thing watching this passive income portfolio just continue to grow on top of itself and compound. That is all that I have for y'all this week. Thank y'all so much for watching. Again, I'm going to continue to put more energy towards YouTube. Nothing against TikTok. I just got to stop putting more energy towards something that's not continuing to grow for me. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on the video because I am so close to getting monetized. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. And then lastly, comment how much money you got in passive income this last month. And I will catch y'all next week. Peace.